My name is Mark Pawlak. I'm the managing editor of Hanging Loose magazine and press. We're based in Brooklyn. Uh, Hanging Loose started in 1966, so this is our 60th anniversary this year. The magazine started as a mimeographed loose pages stuffed in an envelope. So, in keeping with the 60s tradition, we hung loose, and hence the title. Um, we're pretty eclectic as a magazine. Uh, we have an open submission policy for the magazine. We also publish books. To date, we've published a little over 250 titles, primarily poetry, although an occasional collection of short stories and memoir. We rarely do essays. Uh, the magazine, as I said, started out in a loose mimeograph format. Today, it's a four-color, perfect bound, really lovely looking magazine. I'll hold up a copy in a minute. Uh, Approximately 150 pages in length, with art on the cover, and we have a featured artist in every issue. And there's a portfolio of their work inside the magazine, glossy portfolio. The magazine, in sort of the New York tradition, going back to the last century of poets uh, and painters, kind of collaborating and being in conversation. We like to keep that tradition alive by including artists in our magazine. Um, as I said, the magazine has an open submission policy. However, uh, being old fogies, we still prefer to receive our submissions via snail mail. Uh, we've had a new innovation in the last couple of years where twice a year we open it up for a month to email submissions. So keep your eyes peeled. Uh, our uh, our website has all the submission information if you're interested. It's just hangingloosepress.com, all one word, and you can find all the information there. As I said, we're pretty eclectic. We publish a lot of New York area writers, but we publish writers from all over the country and internationally as well. International submissions we always accept via email. Um, the I say eclectic meaning, we're really the primary publisher of sort of second and third generation New York school poets, people like uh, New York second generation Tony Toll, Charles North, Paul Violi, uh, primary examples of that. Newer generation, people like Joanna Fuhrman. Uh, we consist of, right now, we have a number of editors. Three of our founders have passed away. Dick Lourie is the senior founding editor, still active in the press. Other editors, including myself, are Jiwon Choi, Joanna Fuhrman, Thomas Moody. We also have an arts editor, Elizabeth Hershon, and we have a translations editor, Caroline Hagwood. In addition to, as I said, kind of New York-based writers, we publish people in the Salina, Kansas, obscure places. One of our favorite authors we published for many years, four books, was Wilma Elizabeth McDaniel. Wilma was part of the Dust Bowl migration, written about by in The Grapes of Wrath. 13, when her family during the Depression moved to the Central Valley of California. She started sending us poems when she was in her 60s. She wrote about her farm worker neighbors, uh, uh, and really living in really dire circumstances in that region. She sent us poems written on the back of church envelopes. Uh, but we published four books of hers and just loved her work. Uh, she was a close friend of Merle Haggard's, among other people. Uh, and so it's really a diverse group of writers that we publish. So I think I think it's safe to say we're pretty open. We've published many gay, lesbian, Latino writers, uh, African American writers. One of our new features is to have a Founders Award for book publication for a first book. It's by nomination. And we've now published three Founders Award books. The latest one is Affidavit by Star uh, Davis, and our new Founders Award book will be coming out this fall by Miguel Coronado, a Dominican American poet living in New Jersey. And so we're very excited about this. The idea of publishing first books by authors is something we've always done and something we're really proud of. We really feel that uh, what are small presses for if not to discover new writers and help launch their careers? We published the first books by people like Sherman Alexie, Dee Nurksey, uh, Indran Amirathanayagam, Kathy Park Hong, Kimiko Han, who is currently the Poet Laureate of New York State, um, Maggie Nelson, MacArthur Award winner, Eula Biss, wonderful prose writer, and on and on and on. So many first books. Some of those authors have stayed with us, and we've published multiple books by them. Others, we really sort of helped them get them started and help them find a wider audience. So people like Kimiko Han, after publishing her first three books, she was picked up by Norton and now has a pretty wide distribution and a wide audience for her work. So we're very proud of that role, and it's something we continue to look for. Other things in that vein, we've been publishing high school age writers since really the inception of the magazine. Many of them have gone on to stellar writing careers, uh, and several of them, two of them are started out as high school poets in our magazine, and are now editors of the magazine, Joanna Fuhrman and Caroline Hagwood. So many years later, they came back to us and joined our staff. So we think of the high school section of the magazine, which we publish in each issue, as kind of a farm club for future writers and future editors. Um, Books are by we accept books only uh, by invitation. Uh, Queries, will receive queries and consider them. But generally, we think of the magazine as kind of our testing ground for future books. So authors who we publish with some regularity in the magazine are often and then invited to submit book manuscripts. A good example of that was Sherman Alexie, who started sending us poems to the magazine when he was a college student. He found a copy of the magazine in his college library in the state of Washington. We liked his work. We kept publishing more and more of it, and we said, "Do you have a book?" And he said, "I do." And next thing we knew, we published a book that his first collection, The Business of Fancy Dancing, which uh, got a front page review in the New York Times and launched his career. So so that's really something we're proud of working with writers. We also do translations, uh, primarily through what we call our loose translation award. It's a relationship we have with the City College of New York's graduate MFA program. Graduates of that program who are translators submit books to us and or submit to a contest to their faculty, who select finalists, and then we choose one to publish each year in collaboration with the Queens College MFA program. So that's primarily where our translations come from. Our latest translation is a collection of short stories from the Swahili. Our next one, just by chance, happens to be a novel, also in translation by a different translator, also from the Swahili. Uh, but we've published translations from the German, Italian, Spanish, uh, and other languages. So we have published other translations, uh, but primarily that's become the mode we've done for the past decade, publishing through the Loose Translation Award program. We pretty much read submissions year round, and really invite people to submit to the magazine. As I said, when we receive queries about book manuscripts from authors we're not familiar with, we will ask you to please submit to the magazine first, so our collective editorial uh, team can kind of get a sense of your work. And if collectively we're really interested in the work, then we'll publish it in the magazine, and then we would be open to receiving a book manuscript. So that's pretty much the way we come by books. Um, Other aspects, we're celebrating our anniversary this year. We'll have a poetry reading and publishing an anthology of our poet authors. Over 100 will be coming out this fall. The celebration in New York will be at Poets House in September, followed by similar events in the Boston area, in Philadelphia, in the DC area, and in San Francisco. So we're really, where we have a cluster of regular authors, we'll be sort of featuring them and having them uh, read as in part of celebrations of our history, uh, and we hope to keep on going. We're always looking for new work. We're excited by new authors we haven't discovered before. One of our new features in the magazine to try to sort of expand our reach to reach new audiences and find new poets is that for probably the last 4 years now, each issue of the magazine, and I should say we publish 2 issues per year. Each issue of the magazine now, we have a guest editor who we give over 20 pages of each issue to the guest editor to choose poets of their liking, and they have free reign. And so, in recent years, we've had a selection by people like Arzamora Lindmark, a gay Filipino author who we've published several books by. Uh, another selection was by Brother Yao, an Afro-American poet living in the Baltimore area. A selection just came out of Armenian writers and Armenian diaspora writers in the current issue, number 119. And a previous issue had a selection of Haitian writers, both part of the Haitian diaspora, and at the time, young Haitian writers living in Haiti, although many of them have since fled given the situation there. So that is kind of a summary of things, magazine and books coming out with great regularity over all the span of time. We look forward to getting new submissions by, as I said, writers who are unfamiliar to us. We hope to find exciting new writers and publish exciting new work both in the magazine and eventually publish new books by people. So thank you. You're welcome to submit to Hanging Loose, hangingloosepress.com. As I said, all one word, has all the information. You can purchase books at that site. Our distributor is Itasca Books, but most of our books are backlist is available for purchase through the magazine via credit card. All the books are listed there. All our submission information is also listed there. So welcome and thank you, and please send us work.